And welcome, everyone, to an NCAA.com March Madness offseason Skype session. I'm Andy Katz. Pleased to be joined by Iowa's Joe Wieskamp. And Joe, you flirted with the NBA draft like many of your classmates and sophomores and rising juniors, and you decided to come back to Iowa. Why?
I thought it was the best position for me. Thought it was a good experience for me to test it out, work out with a few different teams, meet with their personnel, get some feedback of areas that I can improve this season. At this point in time, I just felt that it was good for me to come back to school, continue to improve, and try to help lead this team in a much bigger way this year.
What did you find out about yourself?
Just some few areas that I can improve on. Obviously, shooting at a high level is something I'm pretty good at, but just expanding my game a little bit, being able to create, not only for myself coming off, pick and rolls, but coming off those and loading up other guys and just kind of leading the team. And I think you'll be able to see that this year. Obviously, we have a few pieces that decided to go elsewhere, so I'm going to have to step up big time this year.
Yeah, Tyler Cook decides to stay in the draft. Isaiah Moss transfers out. So there are more opportunities, if you will, and certainly shots that'll come your way. Luka Garza. What we don't know is where Jordan Bohannon stands with his injury. With that unknown right now, how much more responsibility could that put on you?
It's a lot. I'm not necessarily much of a vocal leader, so this year I'm really going to have to work on that. And I think I've been really trying to do that ever since I got back on campus this summer. It's not only taking over for the team on the court, but just being more vocal out there. We got a lot of guys that are coming in that are either redshirted last year or we had a couple freshmen that didn't play at all. Although I only have 1 year, still some on-court experience. Played an NCAA tournament, the Big Ten tournament, and whatnot, I guess, in some big games. So I feel that I have that experience that I can help our team by being vocal.
And right now, where does it stand with Jordan in terms of what you may or may not know about his availability?
Yeah, we don't know at this point. He's just kind of taking it day to day, doing his rehab, doing everything that he can to get back, and just whenever that is going to be.
Yeah, so that's a hip injury for him. And you've got the McCaffrey brothers, Connor and Patrick. How much have you guys, especially with Connor, who had been there before, talked about what you guys need to do as a sort of a collective unit on the perimeter, especially with the unknown with Jordan?
Yeah, we got a couple guys who can handle the ball. Obviously, Connor, Joe Toussaint's coming in this year. CJ Frederick can also handle the ball. We also got a lot of other wings that can handle the ball too. Obviously, myself, Patrick, a few other guys like that can step out and handle the ball too if we need to.
Last season, great start, a little bit of a rocky sort of final third before you guys went on a nice run in the postseason. How much has that been sort of the building block that you guys were able to essentially end on a high and, had a possession gone either way? I mean, this thing could have continued much deeper into the tournament.
Yeah, obviously we had a really good season, quite a few wins last year, had some big games, big wins over some really good teams. And like you said, obviously we wish that Tennessee game came out on a different outcome, but we gave it everything that we had in the second half. And we try to continue to play like that all year, just a little chip on our shoulder, act like we're playing down every game and just go out there and play hard.
That Tennessee game, and they actually played in a couple of them. That was one of the best games of the tournament among a number of great games in the tournament. When you think back to that game, what immediately comes into your head?
I just remember halftime. We were down, I think, 21 at that point. We had the option. We could either just give up or we could go out there and give it everything we had. Coach didn't come in and start slamming things. He just told us, just go out there and play hard, have fun, enjoy this experience. You're playing on the biggest stage in college basketball. So we just went out there and gave everything that we had. Just came up a little bit short.
What was it like to be a part of a run like that, as you can feel the momentum just completely shifting, the crowd getting into it, and, feeling like, oh, my God, we really could pull this off?
It was a lot of fun. Obviously, a lot of things were clicking. Defensively, we were getting stops. We were pushing offensively. Guys were hitting threes. We were getting offensive boards, second chance opportunities. It was just a lot of fun. You could feel the energy from the few fans that we had out there.
So without Cook, as I said, you got Garza back. Where can the rebounding come from that clearly will need to be a void that will be filled?
Obviously, we got a lot of strong posts. We got Jack and Cordell coming back this year from red shirts. Luka and Ryan are obviously two bigs for us. But at the same time, our guards are going to have to rebound this year. Myself, Patrick are both two long wings that will definitely get in there. And our guards are going to have to come in and dig for rebounds too.
Yeah, Cordell Pemsel, who and I did your Iowa State game. I mean, he came off the bench and gave you guys that a little bit of a edginess. Then ended up having a redshirt the rest of the season. That kind of spark. How much will that be a much needed sort of additive for this group next season?
We're super excited to get Cordell back. Obviously, he brings that toughness to our team. But at the same time, he's a very skilled player. He's been working a lot, trying to extend his game out to the mid-range so he can knock that down and extend the floor for us a little bit. We're just excited to have his presence back. Obviously, he had 2 really good years before his redshirt, so he's going to be a big piece for us this year.
Joe, you're the local kid. There's a lot of pressure that can come with that and the expectation. What's it like to live that where there's so much attention, expectation placed on a player from Iowa to play for the University of Iowa?
I don't view it too much as pressure. I think it's a lot of fun. You have that home crowd behind you, the whole state of Iowa behind you. And when I committed so young, I could just feel that, everyone in the state was rooting for me. They wanted me to get here and help contribute right away. So obviously the expectations are high for me. They were high when I came in as a freshman. I think they're going to be even that much higher this year, knowing what I proved last year. So I think it's just going to be a lot of fun. I think if we can get the fans behind us this year, it'll be a great season.
Appreciate it, Joe. Thank you.
Thank you very much.